Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork. You know, Harrison and I really enjoy cooking in the kitchen, and we want you to join us. So let's have some fun. Welcome to Cooked with Shaq. Cooked with Shaq. I'm Shaq. He's Harrison. Harrison, yay. Give me some Spanish music. All right. Here we go. Hey. All right. I don't know. Why we're doing that? Because we're doing something very special. It's going to be Mexican, but we'll tell you about that in just a couple of seconds. First off, though, throughout the entire show, we are going to be playing music from the Blue Mules. Their new album is called Move On, and a great new CD. Check it out. It's going to be, like I say, throughout the entire episode of Cooked with Shaq today. So, yeah, we have made chili lasagna. Mm-hmm. We have made pierogi lasagna.
Right, yeah.
We have made pretty much every kind of lasagna except for a real lasagna. And you know what? Yeah. We're not going to make a real lasagna either. No. Why? They're boring. Yeah. We don't want to make a real lasagna when you can make other kinds of lasagna.
That's right.
So today what we're going to do is make a Mexican lasagna, which is basically a taco lasagna. Oh. See, and those are your two favorite things, right?
Two favorites. Wow, all in one.
All in one. Taco
Show
lasagna.
Me the way,
well, what we're going to do is we're going to combine a whole bunch of things here. We've got some corn and some black beans and some diced tomatoes. We've got cheese. We've got refried beans. We've got the ground beef, which is already browned and ready to go. And all we have to do is just start adding all the ingredients and then put it all together in a layered pan with tortillas. Just like that. Say hi. It's the tortilla dance. Hey! Tortilla dance. Here we go. Hey. All right. Enough of this nonsense. Okay. Let's just get going here. Okay, so we've got the browned hamburger ready to go. That's about 1.5 pounds of hamburger. So depending on how big of the lasagna that you want to make, depends on how much meat you're going to want to get. So let's get everything combined here and get it just kind of moving around in the pan. So we're going to start off with some diced tomatoes. We'll just do a can of diced tomatoes in there. We're going to put a little black beans. And you don't have to put the whole full can of black beans in there if you don't want to. If you want to use brown beans, go for it. But what we like to do is use a brown bean that you can drain. You don't want a whole lot of liquid in there, just because then it gets all soggy and sloppy and everything once you put it into the lasagna pan. So we're going to put about a half can of beans in there. And then we're going to put in, I love this, there's nothing more Mexican than corn. Or they call it maize. Mace? Maize. Sorry, not mace. You don't want to put mace in there. No, it's maize. But corn is what it is. And we're going to put the corn right in just like that. And get that moving around. Look at that already.
It just seems to me whenever you get the corn in there, it starts to, you know what I mean? It just starts to look like it's all getting complete. It's all coming together.
Well, it adds a lot of color to it, too. Look, we've got reds in there. We've got the color of the beans in there, which is kind of a darker brown. We've got yellow corn in there. And now it's just going to move around the pan and get ready to be layered. So what we're going to do now is toss a little bit of salt. We're going to season it up a bit. We're going to put a little bit of pepper, or a lot of pepper, whatever you would like. We're going to toss a little bit of hot sauce in. Got to have some hot sauce in there.
That's right.
So we'll put a whole lot in, just in case somebody in your family doesn't particularly like hot sauce. Then you can put all the hot sauce you want it on after when you put it on your plate, okay? So this way we just have a little bit of hot sauce just to give it a little bit of a zing, okay?
That's right.
Now we're going to stir that up again. And we don't want to forget the chili powder. Now you can put as much chili powder in as humanly possible if you want, because chili powder isn't actually hot. Chili powder is kind of a mixture of all kinds of things. It's got chili peppers in it, as well as some cumin in there, as well as, and a whole bunch of other different ingredients. When you buy chili powder, it's got lots of different things in there, so you don't have to buy all the different ingredients. So we're gonna just put, a good healthy dose. Put it all in.
Yeah.
Nice healthy dose of chili powder in there. And then you can start smelling how nice that smells. It just, yeah, there it is. There's that smell of tacos on the beach in Mexico.
Yeah.
Having a cerveza. Oh, it's gonna be great. All right, so now we're gonna let that go for a little bit. Let's just keep it on kind of a mid-heat. And while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna make a quick salsa. Real quick, easy, simple.
All right.
I'm gonna start off with a couple of tomatoes. Then all you do is just chop off the tops. You don't want the little green pieces in there. It's always works better when you have a food processor, or what I have is the pull start food processor.
That's right.
Just drop those in. The great thing about these food processors is you don't really need to do anything except chop your vegetables and let the food processor do the rest.
Uh-oh, here come the onions.
Oh yes, here we go. Well, these are purple onions. These aren't going to be so bad. These aren't going to be so bad. You'll be fine.
All right.
Okay, so in goes the onions. Gonna get a little bit of lemon in there as well too. Oh, roll your lemon, remember?
That's right.
To get the juices flowing, just give it a nice little roll on the cutting board. Grab your lemon squeezer. Put a little lemon in there, just like that, about half a lemon. We're gonna toss in a nice big dose of garlic.
I'm okay with that.
We're gonna put in a little bit of salt. Put in a little bit of pepper. Nothing to it at all. Pepper's in. A little bit of hot sauce. Ooh, that's a lot of hot sauce. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, what's next? We're missing something. We are missing, what else cilantro, of course.
Right.
Gotta have cilantro
I was
in there.
just waiting for you to figure it out. I can't help you with everything, Chef.
Right. Okay, so easiest way, you want to help it out a little bit because the food processor.
This always makes me nervous when you cut this.
Well, see, this is why.
Makes me nervous.
This is what you do. So let's take a close look at this. This is okay for people who are just learning how to cut things like herbs or mushrooms or anything like that. You always take your hand. First off, you bunch it all up. Take your hand, and so it's like this. So when the knife is cutting, it's cutting, missing everything. It's just kind of rubbing up against your fingernails and your fingers, see?
I don't know, man.
So I don't actually stick my fingers in there. So you'd go like that. Ouch! Just kidding.
See, I'm not liking this, man.
And then you just,
But see, for me, $1 million hands here.
right, you don't want to mess up your hands.
No, I can't take the chance.
All right, cilantro is cut up. We're gonna stick it in there.
Yeah, we definitely would have
Pretty
missed that
easy.
if it wasn't in there.
You need cilantro.
You need it in there.
When you're doing a salsa. I even put it in my guacamole as well too. So,
All right.
okay, here we go. Fire up the pull start processor music and go. Holy. And done. Look at that, we're all finished.
You know I'm only going to play those 2 chords the entire time, right?
Hey, that's right. Well, that's what we're doing here today. All right, so let's have a little taste of that.
Perfect.
Do it again, do it again. Hey! Perfecto. Oh. Whew, that's awesome.
A little hot?
It's hot, it's a little hot.
A little hot.
It's okay though. Got a little bit of spice in there. So, let's just take the salsa, put it in a bowl, and save that for later. All right, we got everything moving here with the ground beef. Salsa's been made. We're gonna clean up a little bit. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do a guacamole, and we're gonna start building this taco lasagna on Cooked with Shaq. Hang in there, come on back.
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.
We are headed down south to Mexico for this edition of Cooked with Shaq, as we are making, well, it's kind of a fusion, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's Italian/Mexican because we're doing a Mexican lasagna, which is a taco lasagna. And so we've got all of our beef ingredients ready to go. It's got some black beans in there. It's got some diced tomatoes. Of course, the brown ground beef. It's got some corn in there. We've got a bunch of chili powder, a little bit of hot sauce, some salt and pepper, and it is ready to roll. Now, what we want to do is start layering this lasagna. So instead of noodles, we are using the tortillas, just like that. Now, what we'll do is we'll layer them in nicely, but before we do that, we are going to put something in that does not look very appetizing. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh.
Not very good looking. Tastes great, tastes fantastic, doesn't look good. I've always been a little bit skeptical about refried beans.
Yeah.
See,
I like them a lot.
They are good.
But I
They're
gotta
very good for you too. Just don't look that great. So whatever you do, just remember the outcome is you're gonna have great taste, okay? When you're making this. All right, so we take a tortilla and we take some of the refried beans and we just kind of smoosh it all over the place. Just like that. Get it right out to the edges if you can. And you're gonna put the first one in there. All right, now we put that last one in there. So there's your bottom right there. You're ready to go. Now we're just gonna move this out of the way for a second, and we'll get our meat mixture. And you take the meat mixture and you put it all along the first layer.
Yeah, that does smell good.
Doesn't that smell great?
Wow.
You put the meat mixture right up to the edges.
You just kind of pat it down a little bit.
Pat it down so that it stays nice and flat. I think that should be about good for that one. Just right in there like that. And then you start all over. No. Hang on, before you do anything.
Throw some cheese in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you gotta have some cheese.
Layer the cheese.
Do you think this is enough cheese for one lasagna? What do you think?
Well, I'll probably do. It'll probably do.
I hope it'll do. All right, so we're gonna take some cheese.
It's probably like $40 worth of cheese right there.
And we're just gonna put that over the top like that. So you get lots of nice cheesy goodness in there.
Now, what kind of cheese do you recommend?
Well, you can get the Tex-Mex cheese, which is kind of a, it's a Mexican cheese mix that has a little bit of spice to it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you can get that if you want. I'm just using just a cheddar, a mix of cheddar.
Okay.
White cheddar and orange cheddar. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is the same thing. We're gonna do another layer and put the refried beans on there.
Nice.
So here we go. All right, so we finish this up with the last one. And we come over here, get that in there like that. And we get another layer of meat. And I think we want to try to use up as much of the meat as possible here, so let's just really pack this in.
For sure.
There we go.
You know, we got the cheese, we got the hot sauce.
Yep.
What if we just added a little bit of bacon in there? Just, you know.
Don't give away the secret.
Oh, jeez. I'm way ahead of
Yeah.
myself.
Oh yeah. Don't.
Well, I'm sorry, Shaq. I was getting a little concerned. I know it's
knew.
always a secret, and I don't know what ingredients you're putting in, and I was getting a little concerned. I'm looking around.
I knew you were wondering about the bacon, and
Getting a little nervous here.
we always use bacon.
I know
you're
we
right.
do. Okay, I should not doubt
That's right,
that you
don't
forgot
just-
about the bacon. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And that's the secret. Well, maybe not the secret ingredient, but that is a ingredient that, well, I've just kind of put in there just because I was thinking, where am I going to put bacon into this recipe?
All right.
Well,
okay, good.
we now know we are going to put bacon in. Okay,
All right.
so look at that. We had the exact amount of meat that we needed.
Perfect.
Let's get the cheese on again. Let's really douse it up here, hey? There we go. Lots of cheese. Lots and lots of cheese in there. Okay. Look at that. We just about used all the cheese,
We
too.
actually did use it.
Wow. It's okay. You know what? We might as well use all of it.
Yeah.
Let's put the whole thing
Yeah,
in.
just
Here it is.
throw it in.
Just pile it in. Get it
Zero
all over the place.
calories.
That's
it's
right.
all good.
That's good.
We're fine.
Once in a while, no problem. And
Yeah.
of course, to end it all off,
Ta-da!
bacon! Close enough.
Yeah, all right.
All right, here we go. We're gonna put some bacon on top of that, like this. Let's use the whole thing, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's pack it in there.
Sure.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
you can see the grease just getting ready into the
Yes,
cheese.
yeah, it's gonna get all nice
Man.
and look at that, hey,
This is
bacon,
beautiful,
cheese.
Shaq.
What kind of thing have we got here?
Oh, this is a
What
masterpiece. That's
kind
what
of
it
thing?
is.
We don't even have to put it in the oven now.
No.
Let's just eat it the way it is.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, no, let's put it in the oven.
All
We
right.
have to put it in the oven, 375, for about 35 minutes.
I can't wait that long.
Okay, 35 minutes, 375, and whew,
Hola.
it's gone. It's in there. We're ready to roll. So next we're gonna come back, we're gonna do some guacamole, and if we have time, we're gonna try to do one real quick. It's an apple strudel. It has nothing to do with Mexico,
All right.
but it's really damn good. So come on back, Cook with Shaq.
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.
Welcome back, it's Cooked with Shaq, and today we are making a taco lasagna. It is in the oven right now, and I just took a look at it, and the cheese is all bubbly, and the bacon is on top,
Yes.
and it's getting all juicy. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have that a little bit later on. We're also gonna make some guacamole a little bit later on as well too. But first off, we have a little extra time, and I wanted to try this. I saw it on Facebook, and I had to give it a go. It's an apple strudel. Now, basically what you have is store-bought puff pastry, okay? So you have one of those. I've got 2 apples all sliced up and ready to go, and then we have the ingredients that we have to throw in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna toss in a little bit of brown sugar. Let's toss in the whole thing.
Sure.
Okay. I got a little bit of lemon that we're gonna put in, not a whole lot, but just enough so that the apples don't start turning brown. So just a little bit of lemon, just like that. And we're gonna put in a little bit of cinnamon. Toss in the cinnamon. Looks good already.
Yeah.
And I was gonna go for the hot sauce. No hot sauce. But
No?
you know what? We're gonna add in a little bit of salt. And the reason why you
Okay.
put in a little bit of salt is because then it combines all the flavors, and gives the flavors a little bit more intensity. So just a little bit of salt, not a whole lot, just a touch. All right, so now what we wanna do is just mix all that up. Make sure that all the apples have got all that good sugar and cinnamon. And so what happens is a lot of the salt will also draw out some of the moisture in the apples as well too.
Okay.
And you can use just about any kind of apple you want. If you want to use like a Granny Smith for a little bit of a tartar flavor, you can do that. These are just, I think they're Fuji apples is what we're using. Okay, so that's got that. So now I'm gonna take the apples. I think I can fit them all in here.
I don't know
if I'll be able to. So you may not want to use 2 apples. Maybe 1 apple might be good enough. Okay, so I think that's probably about good enough. And you get them all kind of in a line. Best you can, just kind of like this.
Wow.
Remember, folks, I've never done this one before. I'm just trying it out. Then again, you know what? A lot of the recipes we don't usually pre-try. We just kind of give them a go and see what they turn out like.
Shh,
Oh, right, that's secret. Okay, so now what you want to do is grab a little knife. And you take the little knife and you cut little slits all the way down, just like this. You do the same on the other side. Now try to remember how many slits you have. Okay.
Try to make it even.
Yeah, that's might be a little bit tough. Let's see what we got here. And then we have that one, and then like I say, you got to have the same amount of slits, right, to make this work properly. So hopefully I've got the same amount. Okay, so now what you do is you take this one and you put it over like this, just like that. Take this one and you put it over like this.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I'm just gonna keep on going. Let's see how fast we can get this done. All right, are you ready? Here we go. And we are done, just like that. Kinda, sorta. It looks terrible, absolutely terrible.
But it's gonna taste great.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be so good. So now what we're gonna do is, well, you know what? I'm gonna grab a little bit of butter, and we're gonna smear a little bit of butter on top of all this. Here we go. Smear a lot of butter on top of this. Just like that. And the reason why we put a little bit of butter on there. Now, hopefully when this bakes, it looks like a braid. We'll find out if it does or not. But the reason why I put a little butter on there is now because we have a cinnamon and sugar mixture here.
Okay.
And we want to just top it off by doing this.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Doesn't that look
It looks
good?
better already.
Oh.
Just covering up your mistakes.
That's
This is
exactly
awesome.
what I'm doing. It looked a lot better on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. So that's done. And, okay, let's see what we got here. We are going to stick this into the oven at about 375 for about another half an hour. And you know what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull out. Oh, look at this. Look at that. There, my friends, is a taco lasagna.
Oh man.
And it is ready to go. Okay, I'm going in with the apple strudel. And like I say, 375 for about 30 minutes. And just let that go. Okay. All right, I'm out of breath. We got the strudel done. That's ready to go. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do up the guacamole and we're gonna check out the strudel. We're gonna get ready to cut this. We're gonna plate it all up and get ready to go here. It is taco lasagna, apple strudel. We did everything on Cooked with Shaq.
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.
Hey everybody. everybody. It's Cook with Shaq. Welcome back. It is the Taco Lasagna Day. Plus, we've also made a strudel, and I'm just looking at the smoke coming out of my stove right now. I think it's done.
I think
it's probably ready to go here. So you know what? We're going to take this baby out. Here we go. Look at that. See how nicely, well, kind of nicely it braided? Yeah. Look at that. That's fancy stuff, isn't it? Not bad for a first time. All right, so here we go. We've only got a couple of minutes, so I'm going to do a really super fast guacamole for our taco lasagna. Okay, so we're going to start off. Here we go with the avocado. It goes in to the food processor. Get that avocado in there. And get a nice ripe one too, so you get that just a great taste out of it. Okay, so you got the piece of garlic in there, or just a clove of garlic we're going to throw in there. We're going to throw in a quarter of an onion, and we're going to do some quick cilantro. And we're going to throw that in there as well too. A little bit of lemon. That's so that the well, you get a good flavor, but you also keep the avocados from turning brown. A little bit of salt. A little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of pepper. See how fast that is? Nothing to it. All right, now quickly get that lid on.
All right,
here we go.
Here we go.
And go. Olé! And there it is, your chunky. Oh, there it is right there. Woo. Nice looking chunky guacamole for the taco lasagna. And speaking of which, let's get that taco lasagna over here.
Yes.
Look at that. Isn't that beauty?
Just that bacon on top. It just finishes the whole thing.
Okay, so now, that's always the first piece though, right? It never works out.
That's right.
So we're gonna try it anyway. Okay, so you gotta cut all the way through, and then cut this way. Make sure we're through all those tortillas. Okay, oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Just the stringy cheese, hey? Now, next.
Piece of bacon.
Get out of there. All right, so. Okay, see if we can get a piece out of here that it's gonna hold together.
Wow.
Look at that.
Unreal.
Look at that. Is that the best looking lasagna you have ever seen?
That's amazing.
Get that out of the way. Check that out, hey? A little bit of guacamole right there. A little bit of the salsa that we made earlier on.
That's right.
Put that right there. And you have got taco lasagna. Look at that. Okay.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much. Blue Mules. The new CD is called Move On. Check them out when they're in town and check out their CD. It's great. Thanks for joining us. It was Taco Lasagna Day. We did this beautiful apple strudel. Harrison, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yay! Hey, thanks for joining us. Cook with Shaq. See you later. Hey! Oh! Hey!
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.